If consistency was just about discipline, you'd already have it handled. But the truth is, consistency isn't hard because you're weak. It's hard because it threatens who you've learned to be. And today, we're going to talk about why consistency feels harder than it should and what actually fixes it. Welcome to Doing What You Know. If you've ever found yourself saying, I know what to do, so why don't I do it? You're in the right place. This isn't motivation, and this isn't hype, and it's definitely not about learning more information. It's about breaking through the invisible barriers that keep smart, capable people stuck, even when they already know the next step. Every Monday, I'll teach one principle, one shift, one truth you can actually apply so knowing finally turns into doing. Let's get into today's teaching. Let's start by clearing something up. Most people misunderstand consistency. They think consistency means doing something every day perfectly without struggle. That's not consistency. That's a fantasy. Real consistency looks uneven. It includes resistance. It includes discomfort. And it includes days where you don't feel like showing up at all. The mistake people make is assuming that discomfort means they're doing it wrong. In reality, discomfort is often a sign that consistency is starting to work. Most people don't struggle to start. They struggle to continue. Starting feels exciting. Starting feels hopeful. Starting gives you a rush. Consistency, on the other hand, removes novelty. And once novelty disappears, identity takes over. This is the moment where your mind starts negotiating. You've done enough for today. You can skip just this once. You'll get back to it tomorrow. And that voice sounds reasonable, but it isn't truth. It's familiarity trying to stay in control. And here's the truth that most people miss. Consistency is not a scheduling problem. It's not a time management problem. And it's not a motivation problem. It's an identity problem. You don't rise to the level of your goals. You fall to the level of who you believe you are. If you see yourself as someone who tries to be consistent, you'll try and stop. If you see yourself as someone who gets motivated, you'll wait and stall. But when consistency becomes part of who you are, it stops being optional. You don't debate brushing your teeth. You don't negotiate whether to show up for certain responsibilities. That's not discipline. That's identity. This is why relying on willpower eventually breaks you. Willpower requires constant decision making. Identity removes the decision altogether. Every time you debate whether to act, you drain energy. And every time you act without debate, you conserve it. Highly consistent people aren't stronger than you. They've just removed unnecessary decisions. They don't ask, should I? They act because that's who they are. And here's something people rarely talk about. Inconsistency damages self-trust. Every time you say you'll do something and don't, you quietly teach yourself not to listen to your own word. Over time, that creates hesitation, doubt, and a lack of confidence in yourself. Consistency isn't about productivity. It's about integrity with yourself. And integrity is built one kept promise at a time. So let's redefine consistency. Consistency doesn't mean doing more. It means doing less more reliably. It doesn't mean intensity. It means repeatability. The goal isn't to impress yourself. The goal is to trust yourself. Here's your action for today. Choose one small action you can take daily that supports the person you want to become. Not 5 actions, not a full routine, one. Now decide this. You will do this action even on days when it feels pointless, especially on those days, because those are the days that shape identity. Consistency isn't built when it's easy. It's built when it's boring. If this message hit, it's because you're tired of starting over. Inside the Doing What You Know community, we focus on building consistency through structure, accountability, and honest conversation. Not pressure, not perfection, just progress that lasts. If you're ready to stop resetting and start building, you're invited to join us. The link is below. If this teaching hit, don't overthink it. Knowing isn't the problem, doing is. Take the one action you already know you should take and take it today. And if you want support, structure, and accountability as you do this work, you're invited to join us inside the Doing What You Know community. Everything starts with one decision. I'll see you next Monday.